Dr. Swechla, Scientific Director with Ziva Fertility Centers. Today, let's analyze the genetic reasons that are responsible for miscarriages and the reasons that are responsible for abnormal fetus. So, genetic causes are among the most common reasons for miscarriages and abnormal fetal development. In fact, at least 50 to 60% of trimester miscarriages are linked to genetic abnormalities. Let's look at some of the genetic reasons. Firstly, chromosomal abnormalities, also called as abnormal number of chromosomes. Most causes of early miscarriages are caused due to this. They result from errors during egg or sperm formation, especially in older mothers. This is very common. So, if you look at some examples, there's trisomy 21, also called as Down syndrome. It can result in a live birth, but often this child is detected with abnormalities or some issues with genes. Then trisomy 16, 13, 18, these are often lethal, leading to early miscarriages. Monosomy X is also another genetic reason. It's called as Turner's syndrome. Only one X chromosome is there in this fetus and often results in miscarriages. Triploidy or 69 chromosomes, very severe abnormality. Typically, it ends in miscarriage. Then there are balanced translocations in parents. One parent carries a balanced chromosomal translocation where there is no loss or gain of genetic material. So this is a balanced translocation. They may appear normal but can pass on unbalanced chromosomes to their offspring, and this can lead to miscarriage or early fetal anomalies, recurrent pregnancy loss, and it's very important to test these parents for karyotyping or their chromosomes. Then we have single gene disorders. These are mutations in one specific gene which can affect fetal development and it can cause structural abnormalities, intellectual disabilities, miscarriage also if the mutation is lethal to the fetus. For example, thalassemia, Tay-Sachs, cystic fibrosis, Fragile X syndrome, which also affects fertility and may cause intellectual disability. We have mitochondrial DNA mutations also, which is passed from mother to child, and it can lead to metabolic disorders or early embryonic arrest. These are often arrested with failed implantation or recurrent pregnancy loss. We also have imprinting disorders. These are errors in gene expression from maternal and paternal chromosomes, which can result in, for example, Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome, Prader-Willi or Angelman syndrome, abnormal fetus growth or development. These are some of the examples. Then thrombophilic gene mutations also should be talked about. These are also called as clotting disorders. These genetic mutations increase blood clot risk in the placenta and can result in miscarriages. For example, factor V Leiden, prothrombin G2021A, MTHFR gene variants. These can lead to placental insufficiency, early miscarriages, or growth restrictions. We also have another reason for genetic abnormalities and miscarriages called as uniparental disomy. Both chromosomes come from one parent instead of one from each. So this disrupts imprinting and leads to fetal abnormalities or miscarriages. So when should you get tested? 2 or more miscarriages, abnormal fetus on ultrasound, family history of genetic conditions are there. All these including recurrent IVF failure, severe male fertility, especially Y chromosome deletions, and the useful investigations involved are parental karyotyping, products of conception testing after miscarriage of the fetus, pre-implantation genetic testing in IVF, whole exome or genome sequencing in rare or unexplained cases. So these are how you can be tested if you've previously had genetic mutations or are suspecting genetic mutations in your fetus. Please feel free to contact us for more details. Thank you.